Hello friends and welcome to Guitar Journal Part 2. And I was thinking to do something different compared to what I'm going to do. Because thanks to your questions and comments, what you have already sent me, I got an idea. It's one of you asked me about performing. Could I give some tips and hints for performing? And of course I can do. And now I'm going to do it. This is really big thing. And these things what I'm going to tell you have helped me during my career to perform better and to handle those nervous situations where I've been and where I'm going to be. And I'm always looking for new ways to be a better musician and performer. But yeah, these things what I'm going to tell you, I hope these things will help you also. Totally feel free to try these things and give them enough time. If you try them once, it's not enough, as you can imagine. You should try them for 10 shows at least, or concerts, what you are going to play, or that kind of stuff. Then you can a little bit think about, is this useful or maybe distracting a little bit more or whatever. But yeah, if you try them only once, it makes no difference. But yeah, first of all, what could I say? Of course, the first thing is that you really have to practice, that you know the song what you are going to play. You know it well enough. You can play it by heart even. I would say that's the best situation, that you can play it by heart. And when you are on that level with that song that you can play it, then you can try to practice the performing. There are many ways to do that. Maybe the easiest way nowadays is that you just use your cell phone, that you record yourself, that you put you make a video, record your performance, and you just listen through it. And remember to be critical, that you try to listen what is good thing, what is a bad thing, and then you try to practice a little bit more, and you try to play it better, and especially these worst parts, what you think, you try to develop them and make progress. And when you have done this couple of times, that if you check those videos that you have recorded, those are making progress, so you are playing a little bit better and better. You can't completely change the situation, of course, but you can make a little progress between those videos, I would say. And when you reach that point that you feel that now I can perform this to audience, the audience can be even your neighbor, your wife or your husband, or whoever, your relative or part of the family, or if you have a little concert coming, or big concert, maybe that's the first place where you are going to play it. But I recommend you to start with small group of people, like your family or whatever, and you just have to play it a couple of times. I don't know if you know this legendary classical pianist Vladimir Horowitz. I remember he once said that the song is ready when it's performed at least 3 times. And that's really true. I wouldn't say that it is exactly 3 times, but let's say 2 to 5 times, something like that. And after that point, you usually reach some kind of level that you feel more comfortable with the song in front of the audience. And it's like playing those mistakes away. Because usually when you have the premiere of the song, it's usually you will do some mistakes here and there. But it's natural, it happens to every one of us. And there are a lot of players, bands and artists, soloists who like to do this like rehearsal concerts. 1-2 weeks, they have maybe 4 to 10 concerts, they will play through the whole program, and just because they want to make themselves feel more comfortable, and they can play out those mistakes, leave them there, and then when they have these real shows, they are ready and prepared for these shows. But yeah, this is and yeah, one really important thing to remember is that if you want to be a performer or become a performer, what's the way to learn it? It's simple. You just have to perform a lot. A lot. It's simple as that. If you play like 2 concerts to 5 concerts during a year, you won't become a performer. And if you can play, it doesn't matter, you don't have to play in big concert halls. You can play, like I said, you can play to your family or your friends or little parties or wherever you like, wherever you find a situation to play. You just keep on playing and performing. And more you do that, it becomes more and more natural to you. Of course, I would say that every time you might be a little bit nervous, but you become more professional to handle the situation when you are becoming a little bit more nervous. For example, in my case, it depends what I'm going to play. If I play a solo concert, usually it's quite easy actually for me, because you have the freedom to do anything you want. But if you have musicians behind you, it usually means that you have to be or how to put it, you are in a situation where you have to follow the rules that each of them will know where we are and what we are going to play. You can't jump away from the line what you have been planning to play. Or you can do it, but yeah, you know what I mean. There are limits what you can do. But when you are totally alone, you can do almost anything you want. But yeah, it's maybe the most nervous situations where I've been when I've been playing, for example, with a big band, and there are moments where you have to wait for 5 to 10 minutes. You can't touch. You just have to sit like this, and then the band will stop, and then you have to start 100% technical things what you can do, and then you play like a 5 minutes solo, everyone are waiting, and then you stop, you finish your song, then the band continues, then again you have to wait, and so on and so on. But I've survived, and those concerts went quite well. But yeah, that's maybe during past 10 years the most difficult situations where I've been. I mean, when I got nervous a little bit. But yeah, and another thing good to remember, that when you are playing a concert or when you are just performing one song or whatever is the situation where you are performing, I would like to say that try to keep the same repertoire what you are playing. And I mean that if you are playing 10 concerts or you are performing 10 times in 1 to 2 months or whatever, you will play same songs there. Maybe you change one, but you can keep easily same songs there in your program. And the best situation, how I think, I mean, is that you can start with the same song every time. You don't have to switch the order. You can keep it same. And the reason for this is that every time you go on stage or you start your performing, you maybe feel a little bit more relaxed when you know already that this is the thing, or this is how the concert will start every time. This is the song what I'm going to play. And that first song you are going to play, I would say that it might be a good thing that you start with the song which is the most familiar to you, that you are totally comfortable with, or as much as is possible. And it shouldn't be the trickiest piece, I mean the technical things, or something like that. It should be, for example, I like to start usually when I play a solo concert, I like to start it with Libre Palo, not with the Bulleria Allegri or anything like that. I usually like to start with something Libre, like Taranto, Malagenia or something like that. And the reason is obvious. I can spend so much time as I want to get relaxed. Just sit there, feel the chords, feel the acoustics, feel the audience. And like it's taking... I don't know, is it the correct way to say, but taking over the situation that I managed to do that. And I usually after 1-2 songs, I start to feel really comfortable and relaxed and no problem at all after that point. And it can be that I just start like, you have plenty of time here. And I check the audience a little bit maybe. And I feel what kind of chair this is now when I'm sitting here and performing, because when you are on a sound check, it feels a little bit different, of course, when you are not nervous. And then you check the lights maybe and the situation, how your fingers feel, and if you are nervous and you get tense, like here on the shoulders, you have time to breathe and try to relax yourself. Because, for example, in my case, when I got tension here a little bit more, when I breathe really deeply, like I concentrate when I breathe out, it usually helps and relaxes me even more. Or Malagenium. So on and so on. But yeah, and when I'm playing with the trio, when I'm playing with the singer, and we have the certain program, the repertoire, I mean, we will start it with the same song every time usually. And it takes maybe half a year, 1 year. We don't change the order. Of course, if we have some kind of a private event, we have to play usually sort of program different songs, but yeah, now I'm talking only the things what we are really performing on the concert halls, so clubs, venues, stuff like that. So that's the thing. And yeah, these are more or less the things how I try to handle the situation when I'm performing. That remember to learn the songs well, pick up 1 or 2, maybe better to pick up 1. What's your favorite song to start the show? And remember everything by heart really well. Try to rehearse with the video cam, that record your playing like 10 times at least, and try to make progress with the songs what you are playing. And then rehearse the performing. You can perform to your family, to your friends, to your neighbors, whoever, and then maybe in a smaller events. And remember to organize the situation enough that you have to be active, that you have to ask opportunities to play, and just keep on doing that. And yeah, yes, and the breathing, that you can try to learn to breathe while you are playing. That, for example, this Libre thing is that you out breathe and you try to relax your shoulders, especially. Usually these are the most problematic parts I felt. But I don't know about you, but in my case, for example, this is the thing what happens when I got nervous usually. You just breathe out and try to relax. And yeah, one really important thing I forgot to mention is also that when you are checking the songs, what you are going to play, when you are choosing them, be realistic. And what I mean that if you have been learning Guajira de Lucia by Paco de Lucia, I would say it's quite obvious that you have to be a master level player by always that you can really perform it well. So it's much more satisfying that you just play the things what you really can play, that you can handle, that you don't put the level too high, and you are really realistic. What's your level? What you can really play well? What are your technical abilities? And it's I would say that it's really common mistakes amongst guitarists also, that they like to perform the songs what they like, but they are not able to play them because of the technical issues. And for example, the material of Pago de Lucia, there are only maybe 1% guitarists, 2% in the world who can really play them and perform well. So instead of playing those things by Tomatito, Pago and so on, if you are not on that level, try to think those this is out of tune. Whatever it is, but I mean the things what you can play. It can be easier, it can be more difficult, whatever, but be really realistic. And if you can play these things on stage quite well, you will feel more satisfied. Yeah. But yeah, I would say these are the main things what I think about when it comes to performing. And these things usually help, and try these. And if you have some ideas, comments, please comment and write questions. I'll try to answer you. And yeah, and remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this. See you in the next video. Keep on practicing and do it well.